Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to the Jiedel channel. When I hit 1 million subscribers, I made a promise to you guys that I would tell some of my drinking stories. I don't remember if I specifically said from college or not, but today, I'm just gonna cover my first time drinking, basically my freshman year of college. I never drank in high school or before going to college. These are relatively tame compared to what I have in the vault, but you know, I'm just trying to set the scene, trying to see if people actually like this, and if they do, then I'll do another one. So, let's get started. Freshman year of college, Jiedel. Who are we dealing with? This is who we're dealing with, everybody. This was me, freshman year of college. I think this was probably November, October around that year. For Halloween that year, I dressed up as a pair of dice. Yeah, I actually tried to go out to parties looking like this. I was I was an awkward kid, not the man I am today. Let's go to the first day of college. So I met up with my friend Jill, who I had met at summer orientation. She introduced me to her friend Michael. Michael is one of my best friends to this day. We were roommates my spring semester freshman year and roommates my sophomore year. Michael, I love you, man. I've done you wrong many times. When I've been drunk, I have caused Michael quite a bit of harm. I'm just gonna roll some clips. And then here is a clip of me convincing somebody to tackle Michael. So yeah, Michael, apologies. So first day of college, I'm hanging out with Jill, Michael, and the rest of this group. Basically, everyone wants to go out and party because it's the first day of college. I had never drinking before. So we round up enough people, specifically enough girls, to go out partying with us. At a lot of college parties, you need what's called ratio. And basically what that is you need like 3 or 4 girls to 1 guy to be let into a party. This is probably why I didn't drink a lot my freshman year. This was me. I mean, you know, sometimes it'd be difficult to cobble together like 4 women to just me, you know. You gotta do a lot of negotiating, if you know what I'm saying. So, nonetheless, we cobbled together a group. Yes, me, the kid with this haircut. I cobbled together enough people to go to a party my first day of college. Big moment for your boy. So where did we go this first night? Luckily, we have Google Maps. We went to 18 College Avenue, I suppose is the address. We went to this house. Right now, it looks like a Zeta Psi operates and owns this house. I don't know if that's who operated and owned it back in the day, but you know, this is a big street. A lot of things happen on the street. This building over here is where I lived my sophomore year. This building over here is where I lived when I first started getting my YouTube checks. A lot of things, a lot of life events happen on the street, but we're gonna focus on this house. I'm zooming in and out too much. So we go to the house. It's a typical college basement party. That's how they all were at Rutgers. You know, just hundreds of people crammed into a tiny basement with like some crappy beer, like I don't know, a Kirkland Light or a Keystone Light. Just the worst beer ever. If it's not ice cold, your mouth might reject it. We go to this party. I literally remember I walked up to like the bartender. Is he a bartender? The frat bro. Why do I say this like I wasn't in a frat and I did these things myself? But yeah, I remember I literally I was like, do I have to pay? Do I have to tip? Like, I didn't know shit. So I was like, can I just get a beer? He handed it to me and I was like, awesome, cool. Hope I sounded natural. Somehow or another, I'm pretty sure just one of the fraternity brothers thought some of the girls I was with were attractive. They let us go up to their VIP lounge, which was really just their attic, which was probably just the only clean room of their house, I'm guessing. We played beer pong in front of this window. We sort of played. Probably wondering how sort of makes sense. So, basically, I'm sitting there waiting for like 35-40 minutes to play beer pong. I don't know, I'm just sitting up there, kind of waiting. Again, I'm the shy, awkward kid, don't really know what I'm doing. Finally, it's my turn to play. Me and my friend versus this elderly fraternity brother and his friend. First, this girl goes against us. She makes it into the front cup. Then the guy goes, he makes it into the front cup. It's called Death Cup. We're out of there. Believe me, I was heartbroken. It was my first time ever playing beer pong, and I literally didn't even get a turn. I was so sad. I was a level 1 noob going against the level 100 mafia boss. Got wrecked. I think I was probably 4 or 5 beers in at this point. The guy was like, oh, it's okay, young one. I will take you under my wing. You can be my protege. Basically, this dude, probably like 21 or 22, a senior, he's like hyping me up, even though he literally just beat me so bad at this game I didn't even get a turn. And he's like, I'm gonna text you, you're gonna be my protege. I'm pretty sure he wanted me to join this fraternity. He was probably like, oh shit, this guy came with like 8 girls and only like 1 other guy. He must have it going. He was very wrong about that at the time, but he never texted me, he never followed up. So I did not end up joining whatever fraternity lived here at the time. So after that night, I didn't really go out partying much my freshman year. As I've said in previous stories, I had a horrible roommate. I was always just trying to be out of the room, but I really didn't like these like grungy basement parties. I don't remember this. I'm about to get flamed so hard. So I was asking my friend Michael, do you have any like photos of our dorm, anything I can use for this video? And he said we went to a cross-dressing party. Yeah, I feel like because I was so late for this video to come out, I had to do some self-exposure here. So we fast forward to my spring semester. So basically fall semester, really never went out drinking. And a big reason why, other than like not being 21 and not liking those parties, was because every time we went out drinking, we had friends who lived over here and I lived up here, and you needed to take a bus to get around. At Rutgers, for some reason, all the parties started at 11 p.m. So you weren't even getting home till like 1 or 2 in the morning, which I'll be honest, just sucked. Like that was why would we not start at 9? Either way, basically the reason I never really drank much this first semester was I had to take a bus from my thing, which would go to this one, which would go to this one, which would then go to this one. And over the course of this bus ride and all the stops, because there was so many stops on the Rutgers weekend bus, it was like a 50-minute journey to get home a lot of the time, which just not fun. And then also, just weird side note, I remember one time I was taking the drunk bus home, and everyone was chanting, "Gary Nova sucks." He was Rutgers quarterback at the time. We're literally just shitting on one of our classmates. That's like the ultimate form of bullying. Like, nope, we're not going to leave that in the like grade school. We're going to bring this to college. It's literally just straight up bullying. I mean, he wasn't on the bus, and people were mad we lost, but come on, y'all. It's Rutgers. We lose every football game. This is nothing new. Moving forward, I had a horrible roommate my freshman year, my first semester. Just literally one of the worst roommates ever. I've done a story time on him already. If you want to watch that, go ahead. All of my old story time videos are pretty bad. I'm really not a good storyteller. I feel like I just rush through things. And honestly, these stories are now like 7 years old from my freshman year. So it's like kind of difficult for me to recall and remember everything from them. But we're just going to go ahead to my spring semester. So basically, my friend Michael's roommate moved out. I moved in. Next door to us was a person, I'm not going to say his real name, I'm just going to give him a pseudonym. His name was Jim Chang. Now, Jim Chang, campus legend. Basically, this was back when Facebook was really popular. We had a Rutgers class of 2017, page, and it's got like, tens of thousands of students in it. And it's just, anytime anyone has a question, like, should I take this class if I have this major, yada, 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 like where to go on campus, because, it's just, this page is literally just chock full of first semester freshmen, so it's a lot of people just asking questions about where things are, how to do things, classes to take, professors, just all of that stuff. There was a person named Jim Chang who did not have a Facebook profile picture, and he commented on every single post. People would ask a question, Jim Chang would answer the question with his like egghead avatar. It got to the point where literally people would talk about this guy like in class or like walking around campus. Like you could literally hear people having conversations like, is Jim Chang real? Who is Jim Chang? Like people were trying to figure out what person was like Jim Chang's burner. Like people thought Jim Chang was basically a burner account. And it got to the point where literally every day people would be like different people would write in like, Jim Chang, what's the weather today? Like this dude, I don't know how to express it because like Facebook is so dead now and no one uses Facebook, and I bet no one watching this uses Facebook, but like back when I was in college, like Facebook was like the thing. I don't know, it's more personal than like Twitter is, so like it was just big and like everyone knew this Jim Chang guy. So I move into the new dorm. Turns out Jim Chang is my neighbor. It turns out he lives right next door. Me and him ended up becoming great friends. I have a photo of me and him. I'm gonna blur his face, but he's the guy on the left. To the right is his roommate Brian, and there's me in the middle. Yes, that was me at my absolute skinniest, boys. My freshman year, I was deadly afraid of what's called the freshman 15. There's like a thing that if you go to college, you will gain 15 pounds your freshman year. I offset that to my sophomore year where I gained about like 30 or 40. I wanted to avoid the freshman 15, so I worked really hard to lower my weight. So I actually ended up finishing this year at 175 pounds. I wish to God I could weigh that much now. And so, Jim Chang, pretty much the first celebrity I ever met. He was a campus legend. So, a few weeks go by, I'm still not really drinking. I'm too busy. The reason also, look at this. Your boy has 630 hours played on Dota 2. I was a fiend. I was a Dota 2 fiend back in college. Was I ever good at it? No, I don't think I was ever even decent at this game. I was horrible. But I played it for 630 hours. One night, Michael goes home. Jim comes over, slams down a gigantic bottle of Burnett's pink lemonade vodka. At this point, probably had only drinking maybe 5 or 6 times. Had never really gotten drunk. And he's like, hey, I need to get rid of this. Can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So basically, Jim and I drank the whole thing. Violently drunk, literally like banging on like the wall, and like I think that's when Yeezus came out, and we're like just going crazy. Like his roommate Brian, who I showed in that previous photo, he's playing League of Legends. We storm over to their dorm room next door, start just screaming at Brian. Brian's like, all right, I'll take a drink. Takes one shot of the pink lemonade vodka, instant glow. If you know, you know. Jim starts just ridiculing him for his glow. I remember, I'm mad. I spent like 3 hours trying to find my old cell phone so I could find photos, because I know I took a photo of this. We got fat sandwiches delivered. For those of you who don't know, fat sandwiches, basically like a 2,000 calorie sandwich. Got them delivered. The delivery guy didn't know where to drop them off. We literally like walked outside in the snow, shirtless, no shoes either, just shorts, wandering out in the snow for like 20 minutes trying to find the delivery guy. Got our food, came back inside. Just a great night. We became great friends, started lifting together. Awesome stuff. And then for the rest of my freshman year, I really didn't drink like at all. So we're gonna fast forward to my sophomore year, where I became an absolute heathen. I was a menace to society my sophomore year. Let's just start the first week. I'm dead set on rushing this fraternity because they were recruiting my roommate, and I wanted to join because they played football every Friday. My freshman year was the coldest year on record for like 30 years in New Jersey, and being from California, bro, I'd never left my dorm. Literally got vitamin D deficient, was super unhealthy, like so bad. So I was like, I need new friends, man. You know, I'm proud of myself. Sophomore year, I came in, I was like, bro, freshman year, I was being a bro. I gotta up my game. I live on College Ave now. Because the thing was, at Rutgers, there's 5 campuses. So let's go to the map. This area, this is the main campus. This is where all the parties are. I lived here. So on the weekend, it's just kind of annoying to get across because you have to take these weekend buses, and the weekend bus would go here first. Just not pleasant. But then I lived literally in the prime area my sophomore year, and I was like, I gotta take advantage. So when you go to college, a lot of the times you have an RA who's like the overseer of your dorm. Dude put Yoda, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and some other Star Wars figure on all of the doors in our hallway. This is what our hallways looked like. Spectacular stuff. This is what our kitchens looked like. They were basically apartments. They were pretty cool. Basically, every one of these had what's called a door deck. It would have the thing, and it would have the names of the people who lived there. Basically, it was a way for you to know. You could knock on a door, you know people's names, get to know people who lived in your building, you know. My freshman year, I knew like everyone who lived in my dorm. Like I just was really social about like trying to meet people. Like that was my goal. I know I said I was shy and awkward, so a lot of things I'm saying like don't really make sense. But you know, I was like kind of friends with people, but I wasn't like close friends with a lot of people. But my sophomore year, I wasn't really into it as much. And literally like the second night of the semester, some dude just rips off like all the Yodas. So just every Yoda is just ripped off. So our RA sends an email that's like, hey, who did this? This is so disrespectful. So your boy gets very drunk a few nights later. Come home with my roommate, and I rip off literally every door deck that was a good character. So every Obi-Wan, every Yoda, every good Anakin, any of them that was a Jedi, I ripped them off and just left only the Sith. RA sends an incredibly angry email. Who did this? Yeah, your boy went at it again a few nights later. I ripped off every door deck except for our neighbors. Just completely framed. Look, I was a menace, okay? I was an actual menace. I ripped off everyone's door deck except for our neighbors. And yes, the RA legitimately thought it was our neighbors. Our neighbors, I'm sorry, I don't remember who lived next to us. I don't remember anyone who lived in this dorm other than my roommate and the 2 people who lived in the other room that was connected to our room. Yeah, I basically framed this person. Pretty obvious that it wasn't them, but also no way to tell that it was me. And yeah, that's kind of the primer for my sophomore year. I don't know how deep I want to go. I don't know if I want to go this deep in my first episode. I have a lot of stories from this year. This is the year where a lot of debauchery happened. You know, I'll just give a teaser. As I mentioned earlier, my boy Michael, my good friend Michael. Michael, you are a saint. I one time threw peanut butter at Michael because he made me angry when I was drunk at him. He had a jar of Jif. Literally put my hand in it and just chucked it at him. Yeah, I was an actual menace. I was a legit sloppy menace my sophomore year. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I have not done a story time in a while. I will do another one of these if this video gets enough likes. I don't know what the like goal will be. I'll just decide what's enough, what's not enough. But hey man, I had a great time in college. I hope these stories, I look back on them very fondly. I hope this doesn't encourage anyone to go crazy. Please don't do that. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it all at that. I know this maybe was not as extreme as some of you were hoping, but hey, you know what? If people like this video, I will do another one. I have ideas for some other ones. I have some other stories from college that are pretty funny that don't involve anything like that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like below. Comment your thoughts. If you like the story times, hey man, I'll bring them back. I'll bring them back. You know, I want to be better at storytelling. I feel like I low-key rewatched a lot of my old story times, and my storytelling ability it just sucks. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm a very good storyteller on camera. I'm gonna try to improve if you guys want me to, and I feel like I've been outroing enough. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.